Okay, we are going to discuss today in this class some standard numericals of magnetic effect of current. For my discussion, I have chosen some questions which will be mainly for a circular wire and for a straight wire. Okay, so if I consider this type of questions, let us say for circular wire. Let us say this is a very famous question found in almost every book, but I'll explain to you in detail. Okay, there are many things which is not taught in many of the book. They prefer to omit that part. Okay, so this one is current carrying is I, let us say. I, and I. And this angle is theta, which is pi by 6 given to you. And the formula which we need to know for doing this question is mu naught by 2r, where r is the radius, into I, 2 theta by 2 pi. This is the formula which we need to know. If there are n number of turns, there is only one turn, so my number of turn is 1. So the value of n is basically in the formula there is an n over here. So for we have mu naught I by 2r into 2 pi multiplied by theta for n equals to 1. So number of turn is 1 for me. Okay. Now two more things has been given. From here to here, this radius is r. And from here till here, this radius is 2r. Okay. Now the question is how we are going to discuss this problem. If you have to solve this question, you have to solve it in 3 ways. In 4 steps, not ways, sorry, in 4 steps. You consider this A, B, C, D part. Now what do you see? If you consider this A, B, C and D part, what do you see here? A to B, and this is the point where I have to find the field at point O. A to B is a wire, straight wire. For A to B, the point O is along the wire. So field because of AB part at point O will be 0. Okay. So field because AB part will be equal to 0 because a straight wire creates a field around it, not along it. Similarly, for C to D, field because of C to D will be also equal to 0. Field because of B to C. Field because of B to C will be equal to current is I, mu naught I divided by 2. And what is R? R is the radius here in the formula. What is the radius for BC? For BC, the radius is 2R. Multiplied by 2 pi, and theta is pi by 6. Please simplify by yourself. This one will create a current. This is clockwise. Clockwise creates a current inside. So I will write here as minus k cap. The last one, D to A. Can you guess the direction of D to A? D to A will have a direction plus k cap because D to A is anti-clockwise, so plus k cap. What is the radius? Radius is r. So mu naught I by 2 into r into 2 pi divided by pi by 6. Which one will be more? This one is more. Why? See, this is 0, this is 0. This denominator is more. If the denominator is more, this whole term will be less. This denominator is less. So the whole term will be more. So basically this field will be more than this field. So the net field will be equal to field due to dA minus field due to BC, and then at the end you put one direction. Now don't put direction here and there. So you have to subtract. See why I am subtracting? I am subtracting because they are in the opposite direction. And who wins this? Who wins the battle? This is minus k cap. This is plus k cap. This is more. This is more. So more minus less. The direction will be k cap over here because the more will win the less. Okay, and then you can simplify to get the correct answer. Let us say this is question number 1. Okay. Let's take a note of this. Now let's go to question number 2. In question number 2, I mean it's almost similar. It only looks weird, but it's very similar. This is from here to here is R, and from here to here is 2R, and it is one single current flowing everywhere. This is solid part, this is wire part, these are all wire, this is all wire. Dotted is not wire. This is wire. This is wire. This is wire. Now this angle, all these angles are pi by 2. 90 degree. Each quadrant will have an angle of pi by 2. These two are 2 in numbers, these two are in 2 in numbers. And since the direction of current remains same, that is clockwise, 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 clockwise. And remember this one, this part will not create field. Why? Because for this part, field here will be 0 because it is along it. Along. Okay? So only the curved part. So net field will be equal to 2 times mu naught I 2 into 2r, the radius here, this one has a radius of 2r and there are 2 in numbers, multiplied by 2 pi, and this angle is pi by 2, plus 2 times of mu naught I divided by 2 into r, single r, this 2 now, this 2. That's the reason why 2 times, into 2 pi multiplied by pi by 2, and whole thing, if it is clockwise, current is clockwise, direction will be minus k cap. These two are very popular questions found in almost every book. Okay, now let's go with some straight line questions, straight rod, some rod, infinitely long wire questions and finite. Okay. So in that constant, let us consider question number 3 here. Okay, question number 1, I will start with question number 1 because it's a different area. So I am dealing with wire. Now I am dealing with not circular wire but straight wire. So I will be dealing with straight wire. Okay, so first to warm up is this question. Current is I. These two are not solid line. Okay, this is not solid. This is dotted line. Just to tell you the direction. And this is also 45 degree, and this is also 45 degree. I want to find what is the field at point O due to this wire I. Now, if this is wire current carrying a current in this direction, so field here will be inside. Correct? So this is my current I. So field here will be inside. Or you can just do the ideal cross R. This is my ideal. I is in this direction. And R is this is my R. So R is in this direction, this is my R. So this is R is downward. Okay, like this, I cross R, ideal cross R, inside. So field is inside. Okay, we will use that one now. Now what is the formula? Formula is mu naught I by 4 pi r sine theta 1 plus sine theta 2, and that is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r is given, that is sine pi by 4 plus sine pi by 4, direction minus k cap. Now just put the value of sine pi by 4, sine pi by 4 is sine 45, and sine 45 is 1 by root 2, so 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2, that is 2 by root 2, and then you simplify, that will be your final answer for magnetic field. Okay, that is a finite straight wire. And this also. Now why I say this is for Varma, because if you have understood this one, this question becomes very easy for us, extremely easy. Here, this is my current I, this is current I, this is current I, this is current I. Now, if I consider this part, I have to find the field at this particular point. Let us say this is my L by 2, because the side length is given to you as L. Side length is given as L, so this distance becomes L by 2. So because of this wire, field will be inside, okay, or you can just do ideal cross R inside. Over here, this is ideal cross R inside. Or just think of this. Consider there is a loop is clockwise. So if it is clockwise, field will be inside. Okay, that is enough for you to understand. So this is question number 2. So field here is inside, keep that in mind. Now what is the field? So if I consider each wire, if it is a square, then each angle will be 45 degree, that is pi by 4 and pi by 4 both sides. That means I will get exactly the same value over here. And how many rods are there? There are 4 rods, so your answer is 4 times that value. That value is mu naught I divided by 4 pi r. What is r here? R is L by 2. The distance is L by 2. And then you have sine pi by 4 plus sine pi by 4 minus k. Okay. Then we have this type of question. So this is semi-infinite wire. It's coming from infinity, and then it takes a circular turn, and then from here it again goes to infinity. And then this is current I, this is current I, and this is current I. And I have to find field at this particular point, such that this is radius given to you as R, R and R. Now at this particular point, this one goes to infinity and other is at this end. That means for this wire, one angle is 90 degree and other angle is 0 degree. If I consider this is theta 2 and theta 1, whichever it is, theta 2 is 90 degree and theta 1 is 0 degree for this wire. Same thing for this wire. And this one is going to create a field here in this direction. This is my current. So here it is going inside and here it is going outside. So it is going to create a current outside. So this part is going to create a current here outside. Okay. Or if you want to use the Biot-Savart law, ideal cross R. This is your ideal cross R outside. What about this one? This is your ideal cross R outside. What about this one? Ideal cross R outside. Or look at how it is. Just look at this movement. Look at this movement. This is anti-clockwise. So field has to be outside. Okay. So good thing is all of them will create the same field, that is outside. And so you have field here as first this semi-infinite wire. For semi-infinite wire we know the formula. Formula is mu naught I by 4 pi r. This is the formula for semi-infinite wire. Plus for other semi-infinite wire is also mu naught I by 4 pi r. Plus this is a half circle. Half circle means mu naught I by 2r. Remember, for circle part there is no pi here. Pi comes when you deal with this part, theta by 2 pi. And what is theta here? Theta for this semicircular arc will be equal to pi, that is 180 degree. So I will have this as mu naught I 4 pi r, mu naught I by 4 pi r plus mu naught I by 2r, theta is pi divided by 2 pi. Pi gets cancelled out, and whole thing will have a direction of plus k cap, and that is your final answer. Similar question, question number 4. Semicircular arc, and then goes here. This is R, this is R, this is coming from infinity, this is coming from infinity. I have to find what is the field at this particular point P. So this is again semi-infinite wire from here till here, from here till here again semi-infinite wire. How does this current will create? Rule 1, if I consider this as the current thumb, then here the field will be inside and here it will be outside. Second rule, if I use the Biot-Savart law, ideal cross R, ideal cross R, ideal cross R, ideal cross R, outside. What about this one? Ideal cross R, outside. Or if I stretch my finger towards current, here it is inside, here it is outside. Or again, ideal cross R. My palm should face towards my R, then only I can curl towards R, ideal cross R. And this is anti-clockwise. Yeah, anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise means outside. So all three are creating the field in the outside direction. So the net field will be equal to mu naught I by 4 pi R, semi-infinite wire, mu naught I by 4 pi R, semi-infinite wire, mu naught I by 2R into 2 pi theta. Theta is pi by 2, 90 degree. This is 90 degree, and hence, and the whole direction will be equal to plus k cap. That is your answer. There is one very important question I want to discuss here. A very interesting question also. Suppose if you have a wire and this wire has a resistance, okay, this entire circle, the full circle, has a resistance of R. What is R here? The resistance. Okay, and let us say the current goes in here at this junction. So when the current goes in here, it will split here, and let us say I am taking the current output over here. So what I am doing now, the entire circle which has a radius of R, I am letting a current go in. So if I consider the current going in like this, so this current will now divide here like this way. So this current will flow here, okay, and then combines and then again goes out. This is how the current will flow. Now the question here is this. If the entire circle has a radius of R, then this is 1/4 of the circle. So this must have a resistance of R by 4. And this is 3/4 of the circle. So this must have a resistance of 3R by 4. Okay? Also, if this point is point A and if this point is point B, that means from here to here, this current is flowing from A to B. This current is also flowing from A to B. So this part and this part basically are in parallel. So what I have got? I have got a simplified circuit like this, where this is my R by 4 and this one more circuit over here, and this is your 3R by 4, and then the current goes in, divides into two parts, and then comes out. So now question is, what is I1 and what is I2 if this current is I? So since it is in parallel and we don't have to find numerical value, so I can use a very interesting trick over here as I1 and I2. Okay, I1 into R by 4 must be equal to I2 into 3R by 4. I1 into resistance, I2 into resistance. That means potential should be same. So I1 into R by 4 equal to I2 into 3R by 4. R gets cancelled out, 4 gets cancelled out. So first relation is I is equal to 3 times of I2. Also I1 plus I2 is the conservation of Kirchhoff's first law. So I will be equal to I1. I1 is 3I2. I1 is 3I2 plus I2. So your I2 will be is equal to I by 4. 3I2 plus I2 is 4I2, and hence I2 will be equal to I by 4. So what is I1? I1 will be equal to 3 times of I2, that is 3 times of I by 4, that is equal to 3I by 4. This is what I was saying here, shortcut. If this is R by 4 and this is 3R by 4, then the current which will go here will be more, because lesser the resistance, more is the current, so that the product remains same. So I1 here will be equal to 3I by 4, that is 3/4 of the total current, and I2 here will be is equal to 1/4 of the total current. Okay, so if resistance are like this ratio, R by 4, 3I by 4, current will divide in the opposite ratio, that is 3I by 4 on that side and I by 4 on this side. Just think of this, if I would have taken this question in this way, current going in, dividing here, and then again coming here, and then meeting over here. So if the total resistance of the circle is R, then that means here from here to here will be your R by 2 because it's half circle, and here to here will be R by 2 because this is also half circle. So this is both half. So even this current will also divide as half and half. Think about it. Okay, it's much more easier. So that is the reason why I thought of taking this. So I want to find the field at this point called point O. And for this point O, I have two arcs. One arc is A to B clockwise, and other arc is A to B anti-clockwise. Pardon? Yeah. One is A to B clockwise, other is A to B anti-clockwise. AB, how much angle is made by AB segment? AB segment makes an angle of pi by 2, whereas this one will make an angle of 3 pi by 2. Correct? So what is the answer? Here is the answer. In order to find the total field, I will first find the field because of the 1/4. Watch very carefully. Mu naught by 2 is a common factor. Radius is R. Yes, I have to name some radius here. Let us take for this loop radius as A. Okay, so radius is A. So this has a radius of A. Okay, where A is radius. Okay, mu naught A. Now what is the current for this part? Current for this part is 3I by 4. Then 2 pi. And how much angle it makes? It makes an angle of pi by 2. And what is the direction for this part? Direction for this part is this is clockwise. So if it is clockwise, it will have a direction of minus k cap. Plus. Now I am going to find the field because of the 3/4 part. So I have first found the 1/4, now I am going for the 3/4. For 3/4, this is mu naught by 2 common, and the radius is also I. Current is I by 4. And then this is 2 pi. And what is the angle it makes? The angle it makes is 3 pi by 2. And what is the direction? Direction here will be equal to minus plus k cap. So this is plus k cap, anti-clockwise, plus k cap. This was clockwise minus k cap. Watch very carefully. Can you see in the numerator there is 3 here, 3I pi. Can you see here? It's 3I pi. Can you see this is 4 2s are 8, then 8 goes in the denominator, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32, 4 2s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16 2s are 32. So field here will be equal to mu naught 3I pi divided by 32 pi a minus k cap. This is I cap plus mu naught 3I pi divided by 4 to the 8 to the 60 32 32 pi a plus a. You can simplify, but of no use. These two are exactly same with opposite direction. So what is the net field? Net field is 0. Is 0 every time, whichever inlet outlet you take, wherever your wish is. In a simpler way, you take this as in, you want to take out here, you take out over here, let us say here you want to take out. Okay, so let us say that it divides the circle into this part, theta 1, theta 2. Doesn't matter how you want to take the input and output in the circle. Even the one which I was talking about, this, if you take along the diameter end, here and here, doesn't matter. Wherever you take the input, wherever you take the output, does not matter. The net field at the center in this particular cases will be always 0, and this is very, very important concept here. Okay, 0. Okay, so from when the current comes out, enters a loop, in that loop it divides, recombines, field is at the center of the loop, field is 0. See, a loop has a field. If I have a loop, it has a field. What I am saying, if a current comes from outside, then divides, one goes here, another goes here, and then again recombines and then goes out. In that case, at the center field is 0. Okay? But if it is only an isolated loop, if the current is of the loop only, having only one direction, field is not 0. Make this clear. The concept is to be clear. When it is 0, when the current comes from out, from here, it is coming from outside, here, it enters. Oh, I got a loop, so I will divide, one goes up, one goes here, and there only, subtraction starts. One goes up clockwise, other goes down anti-clockwise, and that is the reason why the net field becomes 0 after the entire calculation. Okay, thank you, and do some more questions based on this. See you next class. Thank you.